everyone, Merry Christmas and welcome to FoodtokTV. Today I am going to be making some stuff to go over to my parents' house for Christmas today. I will be doing a gochujang sausage roll-up and a puff pastry, and I also have a cheese wreath that I started to prepare yesterday, but we are going to decorate today. And I'm excited about. My husband Ryan is behind the camera. He's going to be sous chefing for me as well, because we got to be out of this house by 2, and I am not known for my short lives. So y'all, thank you so much for joining. Please tap the screens. Let's get started, because we got to hustle. I am going to be, so with my cheese wreath, okay, the story is that we didn't make it to the grocery store in time in order to make the things I originally wanted to make. So the things I'm making today are just kind of things I had in my pantry, so I had no plan for these prior, but it's okay. So the cheese wreath I'm doing, typically I'll do like a cheddar, bacon, ranch seasoning, green onion, like all sorts of stuff with that. But I typically go with the cheddar, bacon, ranch kind of cheese ball. However, we didn't have any bacon, so I wasn't able to go that route. However, I had some canned crab, I had some green onions, I had cream cheese, and I had some cheese. And we made kind of a crab rangoon that we put in a bundt pan, so that way it's in the shape of that. And because I wasn't able to go get crackers or anything, I have some wonton wrappers. Did I bring out those wonton wrappers? So I do need to chop up some wonton wrappers and fry those up. Hold on. I know exactly where they are. If I tried to explain it to Ryan, he would have never found them.
Never. I would have never found them.
Never have I. Oh yeah, I just turned on the TikTok right over there. So I will have these inside. I'll let my oil get to temperature. I just want enough to keep them nice and crisp. So let's get working on these sausage rolls. I have some ground pork here, and I'm kind of doing what I feel about. What is this song you sing?
Christmas and Hollies by Run DMC.
There you go. So I'm going to be doing this ground pork, but I'm going to be seasoning it. I'm kind of going the Korean route. I was thinking about bulgogi when I was making this for sure. I have some garlic that I've already roasted. Oh yes. I think it was like 40 minutes at 400-degree oven, 30-40 minutes. For this roasted garlic, but y'all, the smell of roasted garlic is everything. Y'all, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me on this Christmas. Hope y'all are having a great day. Yes, let me know what your plans are, what kind of food you're making. I'm curious. Now, I wish I would have been able to do what I wanted to, but...
Are you spending it with family, or are you running away from family?
Yes, are you spending it with family, or are you running away from them? Exactly. I'm going to rinse this garlic off my fingers. Collard greens? What is this? Yes, I was definitely thinking about bulgogi when I did this, which bulgogi is typically a beef dish with, it's thinly sliced beef or ground beef, and it's going to be marinated with like pureed pear and some shallot and spices, gochujang for sure. And so I'm kind of doing just like a quick marinade, because I do have some puff pastry. And so I'm going to wrap this pork mixture into the puff pastry. So this is some pureed pear I already have, because typically for the bulgogi recipes you only need like a quarter of the pear, so I just like pureed the rest of the pear, and I have some pureed pear for when I need it for my bulgogi needs. Let's get soy sauce. And for my soy sauce, rather than using standard soy sauce, I'm doing this mushroom soy sauce, which is going to be a bit darker. It's going to be a bit more concentrated. Not all soy sauces are created equal.
Oh yeah, it's thick.
Yeah, it's thick. It's thick. It's good stuff. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for tapping the screens and sharing the live. Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here. I know there's so many things we could be doing today. Well, not too much because everything's closed. Oh, it's Dr. Dog. I love me some Dr. Dog. I love the alternative Christmas music. A little bit of cooking sake. Typically I do rice vinegar. We'll taste that and see how it goes. This is my super fancy NutriBullet I got from the thrift store. Seriously, a lot of my favorite appliances have been thrift store finds. Yeah, apparently we don't. I know, right? Ooh. I do need to thin this out somehow, and I gotta process the garlic a bit more, but...
That's good.
Yeah.
I like where it's going.
Yeah. I think a little bit more.
Yeah, I think a little more, yeah, a little more
cooking
sake.
sake.
A little more sake.
Yeah, just to kind of thin it out.
Cooking
It's gonna be like our marinade for the ground pork that's gonna go just inside our puff pastry. Y'all, puff pastry is a great thing to keep in your food. Always be tasting as you go. I think that was it.
I think that's it.
Do we need anything else in here? Super quick marinade here. I'm not.
Did you add the gochujang?
I did not. I did not add the gochujang. I was like, man, I was trying to keep it pretty mild. Could you actually spoon some of it in there? Because I started dealing with this pork.
I can do that.
Yeah. And I'll wash my hands after. You are totally right. I don't want to add too much gochujang. If it was just going to be the two of us, then like, yeah, load it up with gochujang. That sauce would be half gochujang. But not everyone in my family likes that.
Mostly gochujang, but I mean,
the flavor of gochujang, even if you're, I think that's too much.
That's, are you serious?
A little less.
A little less? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to wash the raw pork.
Like this?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Awesome. That's what that
yeah. There we go. Perfect. And since I have cheese wreath for you and stuff, if you could start chopping as much of this parsley as you can. Ryan's suing for me behind the scenes while he's also filming. So the parsley and then some green onions, because I made like a cheese ball in a bundt pan so it looks like a wreath, and so we will be decorating that soon.
All right, there you go.
There it is.
That is a gochujanged up version of that.
One more time.
This gochujang is not way too spicy.
This is like a $4 thrift store find for me, this NutriBullet here. And I know it's like so outdated, but it's like one of my favorite things to use in the kitchen. Oh, I'm gonna get a longer. Thank y'all for joining me on this Christmas. Oh. Ryan. The gochujang definitely adds that like sweet yet spicy.
Yeah, I like
it. It adds a sweet and a spicy component to it.
I like that.
Because I was thinking it needed some form of other sweetener to it, but the gochujang handled the heat and the sweet.
The heat and the sweet.
Handled the heat and the sweet.
I think you need a smaller spatula.
Smaller spatula. I think so too. Gotta get all of this goodness.
Yeah, that
So,
one's a little rigid.
It was a, yeah, it is. So in this marinade, there's like maybe a quarter of an Asian pear that was pureed that I keep in my freezer for this kind of stuff. And then about a heaping tablespoon of gochujang, a couple of tablespoons of cooking sake. I would have done rice vinegar, but the Japanese cooking sake is what I had. Some of this dark soy sauce. I think I pretty much covered that. Ooh, and festive gloves.
Oh yes, Grinchy gloves.
Grinchy gloves.
Getting all of that goodness, aren't you?
Yes. I'm not wanting it to be too, I want it to be kind of pasty, but I want it to be able to cover everything. I don't want it too wet, because this is going in the oven wrapped in puff pastry, and I just don't need it to be super wet. Yes, it was a sad realization when we realized we weren't going to be able to make it into the store to get the things that we wanted to make for this Christmas. I was working on these beef Wellington bites because I had the puff pastry already, and I was going to be doing beef Wellington bites, but yeah, that did not work out because we didn't make it to the store, but
apparently everyone likes to go home early on Christmas
yeah, I
Eve.
know, right? Like, how dare they? Everyone wants to spend it with their family. So weird. And you know what? Since I am the mustard queen, okay, to make sure I can taste what's going on here, I have a little skillet on the side because I can't taste this to make sure it's good, right? Like, it's raw meat. Like, I can't do that.
What are you doing with that?
Oh, yeah, it needs mustard. 'Cause I'm the mustard
Ridiculous
queen.
amount.
Yeah, I just need a
of
little
Coleman.
bit. A little bit. Coleman sent me this as a present, and it's over 4 pounds of mustard powder. And other than me, who else is this good for?
Who
Would
is
you actually
who
open
is
that and give me a
using?
little?
This is an irresponsible
This is an irresponsible
amount of mustard.
of Coleman's mustard powder. Yes.
Who
I'm so excited though.
does anyone know like,
Merry Christmas.
where
Thank
else
you
you
for
could
joining.
find this?
I know. Who else is that good for?
Like, where does this exist in the wild?
Right?
Oh my!
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow! Wow! I mean, like, it's filled like to the top. That's more than most people use in a month. Like
Right.
what you just spooned out there. That's,
I know, right?
This
But
is
if y'all are unfamiliar
gratuitous.
with me, my name's Taylor. I'm also known as the Mustard Queen. You can find me on ketchupisgarbage for my account. And so I basically do everything mustard, and Coleman's reached out to me to say they wanted to give me a Christmas present. Oh, that is a smoking pan.
smoking pan.
Smoking pan. So I just want, I have the,
that
I
is
have
a
this going on.
smoking pan.
Yeah, smoky pan. I just lowered. Oh, Ryan, I will need you to be suing, because we do have to hurry. Necesito mucho ándale. But some of our parsley, this is the parsley we had to decorate our cheese wreath. If you can chop up as much as you can.
Couldn't make it to the store yet.
Yeah, so that's why we have that pathetic looking parsley. I wanted 2 more bunches because it's a cheese wreath in a bundt pan, and then we're going to decorate it with all that parsley and stuff. But because, here, just a little bit, I'm just doing a little bit of my mixture so that way I can taste it. Just remove my glove so I'm washing real quick. I need a sink behind there. So yes, a roasted garlic bulb, half of a shallot in here. Oh yeah, that's cooking up real quickly. Some gochujang, some mushroom soy sauce. Yeah, you really get, when I tasted this, and some of the pureed pear, you really get some of the roasted garlic in there. If you get an opportunity to use roasted garlic instead of regular, just do it.
Instant elevation.
Elevation, right. Such a nice roasty flavor. I'm just cooking this a little bit as far as... chef snack though. I think I'll be able to move this out of my way. Bulgogi is Korean for burnt meat, so like it's gonna be okay. Of course, like when I wrap it up in the puff pastry, it's not gonna be burnt meat. But for the purposes of this sample, a little bit of toastiness is fine. Oh. Typically, if you're making a bulgogi or doing this sort of marinade for ground beef or ground pork, you're gonna want to let it sit for a few hours. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Would you give me a little side plate?
Yes.
So y'all, if you weren't able to make it to the grocery store, would you be able to make an appetizer or some sort of snack for the family with what you got? I'm curious because I was struggling last night. But you know what? I am glad that we are past the day and age of working overnight, Christmas Eve, staying open Christmas Day. Like, so good for people.
Yeah, even though we're rubbing it.
Yeah, even though like it affects us, you know.
Others aren't, and that's the thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Fran, we are gonna have to sample a little bit of this to make sure our seasoning was right.
Okay. We're gonna harvesting more parsley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It may need like a little salt.
It really doesn't.
It really doesn't? You don't think?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator until I'm ready for puff pastry time. Shouldn't be too long.
It may. On second thought, it might. Just a little bit, but.
Just a little bit, yes.
Just a sprinkling.
Yeah, just a sprinkling. You know, oftentimes if you're not sure if something needs changing in a dish, most of the time it just needs salt. Like if you just can't put your finger on it.
Just give it to your significant other.
Yeah. So yes, this needs to stay cold until I'm ready for it. And refrigerator.
Between all of our.
Oh man.
Between all of our parsley, we have some viable parsley here.
Oh no. Can't find the puff pastry out. There you go. Okay. I do want to get a nice little choppy chop on these wonton wrappers. I think just an even, slice will be good for chips. Or should I make them smaller chips?
I think that's good, really.
Yeah.
Because I think you kind of want to, you want coverage, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Try a few like that and see.
So I don't know if you want to move the camera so it's facing
Yes, I do.
the frying.
I do.
Bits a bit more, and then I will be able to roll out my puff pastry while this is going on.
Yes.
These are the wonton strips that are going to be with the crab rangoon cheese wreath I'm doing. So I'm going to stick my little chopstick in here. A wooden chopstick, and if it is bubbling around it, which it is, that means I know my fryer is ready. I mean, I could also temp it, but,
Who's got time for that?
They're gonna float to the surface pretty quickly. We're gonna want to rotate them. Someone asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I wanted to give them a cheap idea, so I told them kitchen tweezers. And so I'm just thinking, man, this would have been a perfect day to have kitchen tweezers. So I think that's what we can do without overcrowding them. Oh yes. And this actually ended up perfectly with our crab rangoon cheese wreath that we're doing because we didn't have crackers, but we had these wonton wrappers. So it's like, that's gonna be perfect for a cheese ball, a crab rangoon cheese ball. I got these because I had done some crab rangoon mozzarella sticks a couple weeks ago on our show. So good. I was going to use the leftover filling to make little wontons, but that didn't happen. I just ate the filling instead. So I'm glad I have these. They really don't need long. Whenever I'm frying chips or something like this, I love the crunchy bits, but I love the parts that are also like under fried. You know what I mean? Like the little like softness, Ryan? How do you feel about those? Yeah. Like the homemade fried stuff where you get like a really crunchy piece, but then you also get like a little soggy piece.
With a little bit of doughiness.
Yes. I love it. These fried up super quick, so this will be easy for me to do in batches.
So we need Anita.
Those got a little crispier than what I wanted, but it's okay. Chef's snack. We're gonna go right back
Oh wow,
to it.
those are nice and crispy.
Yeah.
You know, like that. I think those would hold up to the cheese though, because that.
Yeah, they will hold up to the cheese. You're right, because it is like a hardened cream cheese.
Man, those are really nice. Actually.
Yeah.
I kind of. No, man, these are. Oh yeah. No, those.
I was looking up online how people fry these up themselves too, because I don't typically make wonton chips. But there were so many people showing you ways to fold it before you threw it in the fire or into the oil. But it's like, why? Why? There's nothing inside. Merry Christmas and thank you for joining. JDP was in here. Ryan is not doing a great job of reading the comments, but it's okay. He's also doing my parsley.
I'm harvesting parsley. I'm harvesting sad parsley.
But it's so necessary for this because it's the cheese wreath inside. It's like the cheese ball, but it's inside of a bundt pan.
Yeah. That's why I'm going through every single leaf to try and find the greenest, nicest ones here.
It's sad. It's sad work here.
It's
but
sad,
we didn't make it to the grocery store in time. Things happen.
Yeah.
These fry super quickly. I gotta be like watching them when I'm frying them, which is not my plan. Anything you pull out of the fryer is going to need to be salted immediately. Immediately. These go from soft and doughy to like crispy super quick. Wonton chips. Oh. I should have done this show over at Chandler's.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, why don't we just do it over there? But then there would be that thing that we needed that we didn't have, and you know.
Right, and then like the piece of equipment we didn't have, or two toddlers running around in the background.
Yeah, that.
That.
Or just like that one random ingredient. They're like, oh no, we're gonna.
Yeah, no.
Like parsley. We couldn't bring all our parsley gardens over there.
Hey Sasha, what's up?
Sasha.
We are making. So we have some wonton strips here. We weren't able to make it to the grocery store in time, and so I'm just kind of whipping up some appetizers. I have a Christmas cheese ball, but it's like wreath shape, and we're doing a crab rangoon cheese wreath ball. Cheese wreath. And so I'm frying up some wontons to go with that, and I also just made a bulgogi style kind of pork that's going to go inside of this puff pastry after I roll it out, and we'll bake that to make like little gochujang puffs. And even though gochujang is like, kind of a spicy ingredient, we didn't use too much of it, so even to my family members that are not fans of the heat, they're still going to be able to enjoy this because they heat and sweet.
Yes, those are our wonton chips, not bundt.
This is some puff pastry. One of the most difficult things about working with puff pastry is just remember to take it out from the freezer. But it's such a good freezer item to have. You can absolutely just use pie crust instead, because pie crust and puff pastry are very similar, but puff pastry gets laminated, meaning, okay, so it's basically flour and butter that's mixed together. And so as it cooks, the butter is going to evaporate and create like crispy pockets. That's how pie crust and how puff pastry works. But with puff pastry, when you blend it like that, you also roll it out, fold it, roll it out, fold it, and that's what's known as laminating. And so they definitely took the time out to layer that butter so you get so many layers of flavor. So puff pastry, pie crust, basically the same thing. You can use pie crust. I had puff pastry. I'm gonna need another. Maybe I should have used the sheet pan with the cooling rack on here because I'm gonna be doing more of these chips.
So
I'm hoping people like these.
One of these are for the parsley, right?
Yeah. Okay. I have some large ones and small ones.
Okay.
It's for Christmas.
That would be terrifying. Hippopotamus for Christmas. That's the scariest thing that I can imagine.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, how there's always the joke that little girls, all they want for their birthday is a pony. But it's like, have these little girls thought about the actual repercussions of this? Like, what would happen if there was an actual pony? Like, that you have to take care of?
They'd have a lot of work to do, like, all of a sudden. I don't know, hippopotamuses are pretty fast.
What are those chips, Sasha? Bueno chips.
Yeah.
The wontons that I'm making into chips.
That was like the one question I've seen.
Yeah. Well, I saw it first.
Well, I mean, I did say that these were.
Oh, another thing I'm going to need you to chop, because we're going to be decorating these. I want some peppers chopped, but you're going to have to use one of these long ones. Okay. I'm going to try and make it look like there's a bow on the front of it. I don't know if you can make like the bow cuts. Like, you know, the end of a ribbon.
You want me to? You want me to spiralize it?
I want just 2 of those, and then I can do like grape tomatoes that we have to look like the circle parts of the bow. Unless you ate all the tomatoes. Oh gosh, did you eat all the potatoes?
We have two. We have two small ones.
Perfect. And so yes, if you can just like dice these up, because we are gonna want some like red around there. I don't need the orange, but if you can try to make the ends of the bow. Y'all, this is going to be super cute. I love a good cheese ball for Christmas. Pretty much any time ever. Love a good cheese ball, but this is in a bundt pan. So it'll look like a little cheese wreath.
Alright, I'm going to try with this first one here. I'm going to attempt to
good luck.
do what you have described.
Yes, the cheese wreath at this point is more arts and crafts than it is cooking. But these wontons. Slowing down on the fry there, but so I got to get working on this. I have to have this in the oven very, very soon. Oh, I thought that was our doorbell. Christmas comes but once a year, and mostly it is slow. But there's an epidemic that I think we all know well. Your smile is frozen open. There's a craze in your eye. I was looking for the bench scraper so that way I could use it for these wraps, but Ryan was working on it. Or using that with the parsley, so I can't use that. So I'm going to be going in with this pizza cutter. Just basically 4 horizontal, best I can. Instead, you got a puffy painted humber turtleneck. Hope for an engagement ring inside that tiny box. I'm gonna have to let the oil come back up to temperature here. I feel like that died a little bit, but I feel like these are the perfect amount of crispy golden for the crab rangoon cheese ball. Present face. Present face. Present face. Present face. I might have to do this again with the wonton chips as being part of that. Love it. I'm going to move this away because I'm going to be dealing with raw pork here. We'll let that oil come back to temperature before we start making more wonton chips. The thing is, when we're working with puff pastry, we're going to want everything to be cold. Right?
Can you work with that? No, apparently not.
Like, you know how at the
Look at
end
that,
of a bow, where it's like, you know, instead of being like a blank, like it's a ribbon, but like instead of being a blank cut, it's like a that cut.
Does anybody know what she's talking about?
Hey, Forge, what's up? Hold on. I'm just literally gonna Google bow. Okay, here, this is what I mean. Like with the strips at the end, like the little indentions in there.
Oh, you need those.
Yeah.
Well,
so
these could also be like, that could be a bow too, and that could be part of it.
You're just in charge of the bow.
Okay,
You're
great.
just in charge of the bow. I'm not going to give you any more instructions.
Give me
you are in charge of the bow.
Great.
So, let's separate the pork into 4 pieces. Basically 4 even pieces. I'm going to try and line this up as thinly as I can. Hopefully we can get a good wrap on here. This might be too much pork. I probably would have preferred the 2 sheets of puff pastry, but we're working with what we got today. So we want everything to be super cold. This was in the fridge until I was ready for it. We need it to be cold because puff pastry, it relies on the butter that's in there to evaporate and to create the little air pockets to make puff pastry what it is. And so if it's room temperature or warm, it's not going to make those fluffy pockets. There we go. I think I'll be able to go end to end because I'm not like wrapping these ends. I'm going to be cutting these into rolls. Y'all welcome in. What are y'all making for Christmas this year? Or what kind of food have you had? And why is all holiday cooking pretty much arts and crafts?
This is yeah, and how did I get roped into arts and crafts?
Yes, Ryan is behind the scenes chopping up for our cheese wreath that I'm excited about. And my sister was asking me for this cheese wreath. She was asking me for me to make a cheese wreath. She asked me about this a month ago, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm having for breakfast, but this is something I do every year. I do a different kind of style of the cheese ball. I've done some with olives and Italian herbs. I've done it before with roasted red peppers.
Oh, that was a good one, yeah.
But then there was one time I did like pimentos, and you didn't like it because it reminded you of...
you wanted these?
Yes, that's exactly
like
what
snake.
I
You
want.
could have just said snake's tongues.
Oh, I could have, yes. And if you were here for the Halloween show that we did, we had a different arts and crafts kind of thing where we made a snake roll where it was like pizza dough that I wrapped over barbecued mustard pork. And so I did have to make a snake's tongue because I made it in the shape of a snake.
I think I nailed it right there.
I think so.
Look at that. It's still conjoined
that's
too.
Perfect. So you're really gonna have to. That's beautiful. Good job, Ryan.
Thank you.
See, you know what? Rather than telling him how to do things, I should just tell him do it. Figure it out.
Yeah. Get my creative juices flowing there.
Oh, they said awesome job.
Thank you. I did not know how that was going to work out.
Right? I didn't know either. I was just like kind of trusting you there. And you know, this is actually something that you can make ahead of time. Had I not wanted to do this live show for FoodtokTV, I very easily could have just went ahead and wrapped these up and then sliced them up and stored them in my fridge until they were ready to cook. And it might actually be better, so that way we keep the puff pastry all nice and cold. Oh yes. What is this song?
You put me in charge of the music.
I did put you in charge of the music. So ladies, put your men in charge of more things, but beware of the consequences. So yes, if I had all the time in the world, I would go ahead and just slice this up, stick it in the fridge, and then bake it at a later time. I don't got time for that. So we're gonna be cutting.
No, because I'm sure Kaz would like to start at his normal time.
Yeah, Kaz is also going on. He definitely had a bit more of a, this is the time I'm going on than I did. Oh boy, that first one. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to want to make sure these are spaced out because the puff pastry puffs. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the parchment that the puff pastry came in under, and it's really getting along with that. There we go. So we'll see how these turn out. These may be like rustic looking, which is what I like to call, you know, ugly food. But, you know, when it's rustic, that means you know that it's homemade. Because, like, who would sell something that looks like this? So this is ground pork, gochujang, apple puree, a roasted garlic clove, some shallot, soy sauce, and gochujang. Oh, would you get an egg wash ready for me?
Yeah. So you said you wanted the rest of these diced up?
Yes.
I said some ribbony pieces that I think will stick into the cheese to give like a Tide bow effect maybe.
Okay.
And we'll just see how I do with that. Hey, oh, that's cilantro.
I know, right?
Too bad we didn't want a cilantro. Oh man, more cilantro. More cilantro. What am I doing?
Egg wash.
Egg wash. Yes. Exactly. What?
See, I'm not sure if I want these laying like this or if I want them laying sideways. But I'm thinking that the sausage is going to cook. I'm wondering if maybe even cooking on top of a cooling rack would be more beneficial.
How many eggs do you want to wash
I
with?
think just one should be good. And this is a little butt piece that I'm still going to bake with it. Anyway.
Butt piece.
Little butt piece. No, my cat's a butt piece.
Is this an okay bowl to use?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You said only one egg?
May as well make it two.
Two, yeah, I think two.
Because I would rather just like overuse the egg than having to go back. Alright, more of the butt piece, but those are going to be chef snacks for us. Oh, put a little bit of mustard powder in the egg wash.
Oh yeah, good call.
Or a little bit of gochujang, or maybe both.
Maybe a little bit of gochujang.
Yeah. So y'all, anytime I am doing any sort of egg wash or if I'm dredging something that requires a dip in the egg batter, I always flavor my eggs with mustard or hot sauce or some sort of flavoring. Oh, we did get a follow. Randall, hey there, Merry Christmas. Thank y'all for hanging out with me on this Christmas day. There's so many things you could be doing, except maybe not because everything's closed, but I appreciate y'all spending your whole day with me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need another sheet pan for sure.
You are very demanding.
Very needy.
Gochujang, and then you said you need a sheet pan?
Yes, another sheet pan for baking these. Yeah.
Silent sheep. Holy sheep. No.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm just gonna put it here.
just put it right there, that's fine.
I'm gonna put it right there.
Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna be big enough. I think I bit off more than I can chew with these, but it's fine. Kaz is going to be on at 2, so we're kind of doing back-to-back lives today. back-to-back Christmas lives, because you know what? If you're new to Food Talk TV, we do live cooking shows daily. We have a variety of creators that go on, so it's not always the same person. And you know, the show must go on no matter what. We do live shows every single day of the year, and on Christmas we do too. Oh yes. Of course, like with any of these holidays, I manage Food Talk TV, and I don't make anyone work Christmas if they don't want to, you know? Like same with our Thanksgiving. It's like, you know what, I'll cover for you if you want. Thanksgiving we had both Benjamin and Trini just do their own show. Okay, yeah. These are definitely going to be rusty looking rolls, but I think they will be great. Yeah, I wonder if I should be baking them like this or if I should be baking them like this. Like almost pigs in a blanket style or like this.
Oh,
I wasn't sure on that.
Ooh. Okay,
I feel like it would be easier to egg wash and season on the side like
I think
that.
pigs in a blanket style.
I think so.
I think so.
These are going to be much tinier.
Because they're still technically pigs and it's kind of a blanket.
It is, yeah. It's an elevated Korean pigs in a blanket.
It looks kind of like a maki roll though, so like that makes sense too. So.
Yeah, I love making Korean food so much. Like I love Asian food just in general, but I think Korean is probably my favorite of those, and probably because their use of gochujang, that certainly helps. But I also love like their use of like American cheese and stuff. There's a recipe for this on Food Talk TV where I did bundt, which is essentially like gochujang marinated chicken that's like just covered in mozzarella cheese, and that was one of my favorite things I've made on the show. I also did the oh, what was it? Oh, the way that they do their corn dogs, the Korean corn dogs. That was another one of my favorites.
How much mustard powder? That much?
A little less.
A little less?
Well, yeah, no, actually that's fine.
Oh no, that's
yeah,
fine.
no.
Okay.
Eggs are mostly, or there's a huge portion of fat in eggs, so like that mustard flavor is going to dissolve in the eggs pretty easily. So a good amount should be fine.
All right. So maybe I did lessen it just a little bit more.
So I've done something similar like this with pie crust, not the puff pastry. If I had all the time in the world, I would let these chill in the fridge before I bake them. So that way you make sure that the puff pastry puffs as much as possible. Oh my gosh, I almost knocked that over. That would have been sad.
Oh yeah, don't.
Tragic.
Not sad. Straight up tragic.
But
we're no stranger to
haven't done
holiday
this with the puff
tragedies.
pastry. I'm excited for this.
I'm excited for this.
And I have some ugly pieces that we're going to be able to sample. And so this is going to go in the oven about 25 minutes. Could you actually help me egg wash this? Because we got to get this in the oven like now.
Toronto.
We're going over to my sister's a little later. She said around 2 is perfect because that's when the babies get up from the nap. It's like, that's cool. I want the babies to know I'm there.
So she means around 3.
Yeah.
Or
We're
later.
notoriously late people, and so we never know if they're lying to us about what time we're supposed to be there. Oh yeah. There we go. And then, do you have a brush?
I'll get you. I will.
Okay.
I definitely will. There you go. There's your eggy wash.
Eggy washed, and we gotta get some sesame seeds.
Just a minute. How did you do that?
Oh, man, it's the freeway. Oh,
No, man. How did it do all that other stuff?
I have no idea where the white sesame seeds are. Oh, they're there.
Small.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Yes, we have a We have a nice little mustardy brush
It's a magic dust.
for our mustardy eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, magic dust. You know, used to give a little bit to the reindeer, a little bit to Santa Claus.
And then do we have all the stuff ready for the cheese wreath?
Oh, God, I love, man. Are you kidding, man? They flew all the way around the world, man.
Because then we finally get to decorate the cheese wreath while this is in the oven.
Yes, yes, and I am working on cheese wreath decor. We need some scallions too for that.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, let me tell you, sure was, man. Like just 2 years ago.
Like if we had all the groceries in the world, I would make it more green onions than parsley.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that.
And then when he was leaving, man, he was flying through the air. Somebody took a shot at his reindeer, you know? Yeah, it really was, man. And then, man, he went down south, man, and they tried to cut off his hair and his beard, man. And all the time he was getting stopped and pulled over and asked for his ID, man. Just everywhere he went, he ran into too much recession, man.
Too much repression.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me on
It's all the
Christmas.
same thing, man. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. I hope y'all have had a wonderful day so far.
Like that right now.
Oh, he still comes around, man.
I haven't even really started my Christmas. This is actually typically what I would be doing on Christmas, even if I wasn't doing a live show. You know, I'm always cooking last minute.
Yeah, he's got a job in front of the department store.
I like to think it's because I work better under pressure,
Next to this black pot, you know?
Oh, I seen that too.
Yeah, you know.
or that's what I tell myself to procrastinate.
Yeah, when was that? Guess last year, man.
What?
Yeah, we played in front of a store, man. We made a lot of
Oh,
money.
hey, wait a minute, man. Santa Claus is not a musician, man.
I'm here, man. The cat didn't know anything.
Oh, hey, wait a minute, man. No, he's not into that at all, man.
Nice little egg wash with mustard powder and some gochujang on it. Oh, yes. That should do. All the little sesame seeds.
Thank you for the likes.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all being here.
We like you too.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. For Christmas, all I want are likes and shares. These are almost sesame seeded up. I also want to do the white sesame seeds. Whenever I'm garnishing with sesame seeds, I gotta have the black and the white. Sure. Merry Christmas. Do. I see some texting going on in my sibling chat, so I have no idea what's going on.
In the sibling chat.
In the sibling chat, yeah. Which I don't know if that's a, where are you?
Very obviously,
Yeah, but it's like,
we're very obviously here. But oh yeah, where are
Yeah.
the other siblings?
the other siblings, yeah.
Siblings going Sybil.
So, I'm hoping this turns out alright. Kind of all of my pork is in this basket.
All your pork in one basket.
All my pork in one roll.
All your eggs are in one bowl. Well, no, we have more eggs.
Yeah, we got more eggs. Alright, so these are my Korean sausage rolls that I'm making. Going straight in the oven about 25 minutes. So I got 25 minutes to do everything else.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas will be.
Alrighty. back, y'all. See about making it quick. Mustard. Little Chinese hot mustard action. I'm doing equal parts. I'm using the Coleman's mustard powder because I have 4 pounds of this. And then I'm doing about equal parts of cold water. We're going to let this sit into a paste. When you're making Chinese hot mustard powder, or Chinese hot mustard, you definitely want to make sure you're either using a Coleman's or an Asian mustard powder. And the flavor of mustard is the result of a chemical reaction. It takes about 10 minutes for that reaction to happen. I think I need a little bit more powder, so I'm definitely looking more for a paste kind of action here. But basically equal parts cold water and mustard powder. And so I'm gonna let this sit to the side, and then I will not pasty it. I didn't measure it, I'm just eyeballing. But it's pretty much equal parts, but a mustard particle can absorb up to 7 times its weight, so this is kind of a guessing game. So we will deal with that later. Let's get some more wontons drying up so that way we can start decorating our cheese wreath. I was just thinking though, I have no idea how I'm going to plate this cheese wreath.
How many more wontons do you have?
I think this might have to be the way we do it. Oh, I got a bunch.
A bunch of wontons.
A bunch of wontons.
Wonton.
So this is the cheese ball that we did, but it's inside of this. I don't think this is the right plate, but I don't know what other plate I can do.
So it's the big Christmassy looking plate? Do we not have that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's would that
The
not
one
be?
Christmas item we have that only gets used for this wreath. Oh, there we go. That's
It's
perfect.
the giving plate.
Oh, would you take that out of my way?
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, like the one time we have to use it, it's appropriate.
Yes. So, I had made this cheese ball last night with some canned crab. There's cream cheese, mozzarella in here, some green onions. What else is in here? Garlic.
Yeah. There's scallions. There's some microplaned garlic that we did in there. Some Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
And I think I put a little bit of the dark soy in that as well. No, I just put regular soy sauce in there, and then some hot sauce.
Yes, we laid it out with the plastic wrap on there, so this is much easier to take out.
Some
And even though you get the crinkles.
I think it was the Valentina's extra hot.
Oh, tried that. We tried it last night, but it's gotten us sick.
I loved it last night. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
I mean, it was
I'm gonna love
delicious
now.
last night, but it's only had time.
Oh yeah.
It's had nothing but time to get better.
Nothing but time. That's lovely. And I did put a little bit of smoked paprika in there. And yeah, I think that's it. You didn't go too wild on that one.
Yeah, we didn't go too crazy, but basically the stuff for a crab rangoon went inside of this wreath. And so Ryan is chopping up some parsley, or he's already chopped up parsley. There's also some red peppers and some green onions that we're decorating this as well. Now, I love a good cheese ball, and I love cheese ball variations.
And this is a cheese wreath.
So we were going to be serving it with these wonton wrappers. So pass me the parsley. I
It's
guess
a
I will
little,
get...
a little artsy, but you know. Oh,
Yeah.
and then we have some parm that we can snow on there with,
Oh yeah.
and some feta too for bigger snow.
So
We don't know what snow here. It's like 65 degrees here in Nashville for
I'm thinking
Christmas.
this sweater might be a little too warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a white Christmas. So, you know.
Oh yeah, no, it's a pretty big deal if we get a white Christmas.
Has there been one, maybe one-ish, like
I feel like
ish?
when I was a child,
Probably.
because I remember actually being upset it didn't happen when school was in. We are working with limited parsley here since we didn't make it to the grocery store, so we're working with the parsley we got. So, people will get that it's supposed to be a wreath though. And that's pretty much the entire point.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas! Y'all are so great for hanging out with me on Christmas. I know there's a bunch of things you could be doing, but you're probably here because you're avoiding things.
Escapism for
Yes.
Christmas.
I
That's
am
like
just
one of the best
running
gifts.
notoriously late, per usual. So even if I wasn't live, I would be doing this exact same thing.
And don't forget, I got some scallions there for you.
Oh yes, the scallions will definitely help. Would you damp a paper towel for me? So I can wipe around my edges when all is said and done. Christmas music is so weird. Y'all like the alternative Christmas music, or do you prefer the traditional? My favorite growing up was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I don't know why, I just thought that was the funniest thing when I was a kid. Like, it was just so absurd. I was like jealous of Grandma because she got to meet the reindeer.
She got to meet the reindeer.
Oh yeah. Merry Christmas, Mama T. Welcome in.
Mama
Mama
T.
T is going to be doing her first show on the 1st of the year, so a week from today. So it will be New Year's Day will be her first show. And then we got a couple other creators joining us too that I'm excited about. On FoodtokTV we do cooking shows every single day of the year, even on Christmas. And right after this one, in 20 minutes, Kaz is starting his show. Might be why I'm getting a bit busier, because people are like, okay, isn't Kaz supposed to be here?
Right.
Where's Kaz? Kaz! Okay, and then the red peppers are what's next. Oh, Ryan, do you have the red peppers diced?
I do.
Right. Plenty of green onions on here, yes. Which Ryan calls them scallions, I call them green onions. They're the same thing. So, do y'all call them green onions or scallions? I'm curious. Because, like, we're both Southern, so you would figure we would both say scallion or both green onions. But maybe you say scallions because you learned how to cook from your family growing up in the South, and I learned off of, like, television and stuff.
Is that enough of those? And don't forget, I have the bow.
Yeah. Do we have like a red tomato, like little tomatoes? Is one of them red?
Yeah, they're both red.
Okay. I think I could chop one in half. So that way they're the same size. Love it.
Oh, don't tear it. Don't tear it.
Well, it's supposed to be like this.
Okay, we'll tear it then.
On here, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize it was important.
These pieces too to maybe like do like the little ribbon folds with, but I don't know how that'll work.
Yeah, no, I want the tomato chopped in half.
Chopped in half?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one chopped in half like that.
Okay. I don't know. I don't like it. Do you want to be in charge of the bow?
I guess so.
Since I broke what you had planned.
It looks like a mustache.
Oh yeah, but it does look really cute. He's gonna work on the bow and stuff.
Here, I'll set it over here. I'll set it on top of this, and then I'll try to do something.
Then we gotta clean that outside. I still have a couple more of the wontons we can make into chips. I'm so glad I have these wontons. This is perfect for this. Because we didn't make it to the grocery store, but I still planned on this cheese wreath, and so we did a crab rangoon cheese wreath. And since we didn't have crackers and stuff, it's like, well, wontons. I need to add wontons to the shopping list because I love keeping these in my freezer. So let's see, how's that? Oh yeah, that's a hot mustard.
I think it's good.
Now that the mustard has...
I don't know. What do you guys think? Is
I think it
is
looks
that all right? I don't know.
Oh, that's so cute. That looks super good. Aw. I'm looking at it from the angle of the phone. That's super cute. You did a great job with the bow. And yeah, I just need the edges wiped down, and then we'll add the wonton chips around it. Or maybe as we travel, we can keep them separate and then put them on the plate. I think so. But when we serve it, it will be all around the plate.
Oh, yeah.
With these wonton chips we have going on. I'm gonna serve, we have some Thai chili sauce. It's a very sweet, there's a little bit of heat to it, but that's really great for dipping in with crab rangoons. So we're gonna put a ramekin in the center of some of that sauce. It's store-bought. But to finish up with this mustard I started, so it was hot mustard powder and cold water about equal parts until it's a paste. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar to it. Sugar is completely optional, but I have some wimps in my family. And then a little bit, I don't have rice vinegar, I'm doing cooking sake, though I'm going to need to add regular vinegar as well because we need the acidity. The acidity isn't there for any other reason other than, well, it's there for flavor, but the main purpose of acidity in a Chinese hot mustard is just to lock in the flavor that's been created. Because the flavor of mustard, same with the flavor of horseradish, both those two are very fleeting flavors. But the vinegar preserves it, and along with the salt. So I don't add vinegar or salt until the mustard has had time to be created. Ooh. Do your sinuses need to be clean?
Yeah. Wow!
Yes, that's sinus clearing sauce. So we'll take a little bit of this. It's definitely like a, this is enough for my family, right? This stuff is just so hot. It's like raw horseradish hot. But y'all, if you're ever eating mustard or horseradish that's just way too hot and you can't handle it anymore, just breathe out of your mouth for a bit. The flavor of mustard and the flavor of horseradish are both very volatile, meaning that they evaporate super easily. So when you have that mustard and that flavor is just going to be way too hot, that flavor, that heat, is going to quickly evaporate to your nose. So if you just breathe out of your mouth, you're going to be fine.
It's kind of like if you got brain freeze.
Right. Exactly. Same concept. I've always heard with brain freeze, though, like you stick your tongue on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
And it always seems to make it go away, but I don't know the science behind that one. All right, y'all, I got 12 minutes before I have to be out the door. So I think that should be enough to... I'm just going to cram these all in one. I know I'm not supposed to be overcrowding them. Some of those are double layers. Whoops. But I don't got time. I'm going to check on my rules real quick too. Oh my gosh, these look amazing. I gotta rotate the pans, I think. There we go. I have 2 sheet pans of these, so they're like over layering here. And so these are the last of my wontons. Oh yes. If you make these and they come in there in layers, like they're 2 stacked on top of each other, it's fine. You can pull them apart once they're in the fryer. At least if you're doing a shallow fry like what I'm doing.
There we go.
That is so pretty!
Oh, wait.
Oh, my sister's in the comment section. Hey, when are you coming? As soon as I'm done with this.
Yeah, what does it look like?
Yeah, what does it look like I'm doing? I'm getting ready for Christmas.
Like doing here?
Right. I'm getting ready. I have some sausage rolls, some gochujang sausage rolls in there. So I'll be taking this.
What are you bringing? When are you getting here?
I'm hungry. Where's my food?
I hope we're not like the only food.
Oh yeah, no, if we're the only food, they are going to be truly disappointed.
Yeah.
No, because we didn't get a chance to go to the grocery store. And so... Oh, would you find me those 2 little green ramekins? Or not the green ones, but the ones with the lid?
Yeah, if you can give me just a minute. I'm still decorating.
Oh, yay. I love that you take the decorating of the wreath so seriously.
It's like my only job. Here, chop up this stuff. Play some music.
Right. Knocking things over.
I do what I can, folks.
I thought I was going to be going on live at like 10 a.m. I woke up at 10:30. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work.
What did you need? What did you need?
Oh wow, I already forgot.
The little green ramekin?
Oh yeah, the to-go ones. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the Japanese cooking sake, some mayo, and some sesame seeds for the dipping.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I like what I got going on.
I just checked on the sausage rolls too, and those are looking so good.
Oh yes.
Just like a quick, creamy.
And the timer is going off for that.
I need just a little bit more gochujang. Oh, we have some other things, but mostly no. That's fair. Yeah, no, we went all out for Christmas, so.
There we go. I added some leaves to the holly berries.
Aw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow mustard into this. Oh yeah. Just a little bit for the acidity and some of that yellow color and of course flavor of mustard. Alright Ryan, we have 7 minutes.
You check on the
Oh yeah, I should probably do that.
yeah, because the timer went off.
Yeah, but I gotta take these chips out before they burn. I think the sausage rolls will be fine because I was expecting 20 to 25 minutes, but our microwave clock is doesn't like all the buttons, so I just hit 20 minutes. Oh yeah, some of these are definitely crunchier than others. But that's the beauty with homemade chips. Some are crunchier than others. Okay, wrap it up, wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. How's that?
I think those look great. Oh yeah. So we're gonna have to show these sausage rolls to the camera.
Oh, these ones on the bottom are the camera.
Those are the camera worthy ones. Should we stick the other ones in for a little longer? So yes, these are the gochujang pork sausage rolls I just made. And then I just made this gochujang mayo. I just did a little bit of gochujang with some mayo, a little bit of cooking sake, a little bit of mustard, and some sesame seeds in here. And that's gonna be one of the dipping sauces. And then this is gonna be a super hot mustard. Ooh. This might not have been large enough for this one, but that's okay. Like, hey family, here is all this food and a little bit of sauce. But we also have the Thai chili sauce that we're bringing. It's more sweet and hot. So let's clean up, clean up. And then we have the hot mustard powder, cold water, 10 minutes, just enough to make it a paste, so about equal parts. And then I added a little bit of sugar because this is really hot mustard. So a little bit of sugar, optional, but then some cooking sake and some vinegar, and it will thicken up as it sits. But yeah, this is gonna be just enough for like a little dab on your food, and that is more than plenty. Yeah, I gotta find a different container for that one. So I don't know what to store those in. We gotta figure out how to store these before we go. Seriously, this Christmas music is pretty funny. I gotta love these deli containers.
It's Christmas Eve.
So we pulled out one of the sausage rolls and then he's letting the other ones go for just another minute. Is that it?
Yeah.
Let's get her packed up. All these wonton chips. Yes, yeah, of course you had to end it with this one. This is my favorite song. Favorite Christmas song. So, our wonton chips that we just fried, some of them may be getting a little crunchy. I don't know which one of these has a little.
No. I'll find it.
It's like this one, but it's...
Yeah, I know. I think I'm pretty good.
Okay. So, we got those. We got the chips in here. We got our two sauces. There's also a Thai chili sauce that we're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and start... Oh, yay! Thank you. And then, so these are our pork sausage rolls and puff pastry. They are, it was basically ground pork. There's a little bit of pureed pear. I like to keep pear pureed. And in my freezer, because it's one of the ingredients for bulgogi, it helps keep the meat tender, but also sweetens it up a little. I was worried about the bottom because, you know, this pork was raw when I put it in there and then it baked, but like the bottom is just so nice and crispy. Like, I was afraid it was going to make the puff pastry soggy. And I didn't have parchment paper. Definitely would have done parchment paper had I had the option. But oh yes, the crispy bottoms. These are going to be so good with the gochujang mayo and... Oh crap, y'all, it is 2 o'clock. And so let's show, I gotta show everyone what we're doing real quick because Kaz is coming on right after I hang up basically.
Yeah.
So we got these sausage rolls, wonton strips, gochujang mayo, the Christmas wreath that is a crab rangoon, and our sauces. So I'm gonna get finished packing this up and let Kaz take over for this live. Merry Christmas. Thank y'all so much for being with us. Merry Christmas. And I will see y'all on Saturday
Merry
for our
Christmas.
next show. Yes. So
love you guys.
let's go ahead and let Kaz go on. So happy messaging, y'all. Oh, right, you gotta turn it off. Bye, y'all. Kaz will be on momentarily.
Bye.